Welcome to Movie to Beer, everybody. This is Dan Kapersky coming at you, and we have our two awesome co-hosts.
It's Blake, the Italian Riviera expert.
And it's Randall, not Italian. I bit my tongue.
Pasta
Ouch.
fettuccine.
Pasta fettuccine.
Ravioli
Burned my
lasagna.
tongue.
Okay, so we're
Please don't be
doing-
offended, Italian listeners.
We
I
We
was
love
a-
you.
that-
We
I was
watched
just legitimate.
a children's film, a kid's film from Disney Pixar called Luca. Just came out. It's about sea monsters. Ooh.
Sea monsters and finding acceptance and making best friends.
Yes. Best friends? Are
And
they
fish.
really just
Could
best
be.
friends?
And fish.
I think most relationships work best when they're friends first.
Yes, that's very true.
Mm-hmm.
Leave all the other physical stuff for later. Be best friends first.
Yeah.
Or just know that's all you're going to be left with
Correct.
in the end, because
Boy, this got deep.
And a whole bunch of
it's this
bitterness.
movie. It's this movie.
And a whole bunch of bitterness.
And bitterness.
There's a lot of bitterness in this film.
Well,
There's some,
A
yeah.
lot of saltiness because seawater.
Seawater.
It's a very salty movie.
Because there's a lot of pasta and cheese as well.
Ooh,
That made me so hungry.
good.
I know.
But yeah, this movie's great.
What do we
It's-
have before the movie? We had tacos.
We had tacos.
Tacos. Completely unrelated, but
Traditional.
But they were fish tacos.
they
Yes,
were fish
yes.
tacos because it was like, oh, sea monsters and fish. Yeah, okay, yeah.
It was Taco Tuesday. Okay, so Dan, what's this movie about?
Okay, so brief synopsis. Sea monsters come for a visit and discover people can be cool to you if you hate the local jerk.
I love that.
And that's really the whole movie in one sentence.
That's it.
Hey,
That's
hey,
so
Dan,
good.
Don't actually do it because it's expensive, but mic drop.
Mic drop. Show's over, folks.
Yeah.
Hydrate
Well,
or
just for
dihydrate.
Dan, so we got to carry this, Randall. Let's go.
Okay,
So,
yeah.
so Luca goes ashore, unbeknownst to his parents, who are afraid because they themselves have never been, and they don't want to go because they're afraid of not being accepted.
And once he's on land with his best friend, whose name is Alberto, which I knew off the top of my
Yeah,
head.
totally.
Alberto.
They meet Julia, my favorite character, spunky upstart. Preteen?
Science-
They're like 10,
science.
12, right?
Yeah, they're around 10, 12 years old. And this film, we looked it up, takes place in the late 50s, early 60s in the Italian
Yeah.
Riviera area because of the types of technology that's, there's no cell phones, there's no cameras. It's just people running around doing their daily lives, catching fish, selling goods, making pasta, enjoying pasta. Pretty much every
Riding
other scene is
Vespas.
somebody eating pasta, riding a Vespa, or dreaming of riding a Vespa.
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 Yeah.
So good.
Also,
The parents learn a good lesson too in the end.
yeah, they
so.
do.
Everyone learns. A lot of deep themes here, folks. Everyone learns.
Everyone except the film villain grows as a person.
He grows. He's got that little mustache. Little 12-year-old mustache.
Little pencil
I
mustache.
think he's 17. They
Oh,
say-
is he
He was talking
17?
about,
Oh, right.
I'm 16. Weren't you 16 last year? I'm 16 this year too.
Right,
like,
right.
yeah, yeah.
Because
Yeah.
that's the big. What's the big? That's
The big race
There's
is
a big
for
race.
kids.
It's
It's a
specifically.
triathlon for kids.
triathlon.
So they have to swim out to a buoy and back,
Then they have to eat a plate of pasta.
plate of pasta,
So jealous.
using a fork, which they had to learn
they
how
have
to
to use a fork, and then they ride their
bikes
bicycles.
up the hill to the little, I don't know if it's a church or what it is,
Oh
and
yeah,
then
yeah,
back
yeah.
down. And whoever does that the fastest will, not cheating,
Yeah.
wins.
These hills looked way too steep. I think it's sending the wrong message to the kids. Kids,
Do not ride down
don't
a
ride
hill.
steep hills. Don't eat the pasta before you bike, and
Wear a helmet.
don't make friends with sea monsters. Wait, that's not.
Yeah.
No, one of those is wrong. One of those. Wrong. Hey, what is it? Let's go around. Favorite thing from the movie. Favorite line. Favorite scene.
Luca saying "Silenzio Bruno." Alberto teaches him, and you have a thought that's stopping you when you should be going and doing something, embracing life. Just tell that little voice, "Silenzio Bruno."
Silenzio Bruno.
Silenzio Bruno. For me, it was on par with Deadpool saying "maximum effort." A very wholesome thing to get yourself gunned up, to get going, gassed up.
Good deal.
I want to start saying that to everybody from now on.
Silenzio
Even
Bruno.
if they're not saying it.
Silenzio Bruno.
Silenzio Bruno.
I'm sorry. Do you want to leave?
Dan.
Okay, the scene was the parents discover that he's been collecting things from the surface.
Oh yeah.
And they bring the uncle, who's actually the super secret spoiler for the whole movie, because you see a statue of, he's in a statue in the town. It's like, what?
Right.
He's the crazy dude from the deep, and he's transparent, and he can't deal with oxygenated water and stuff, and then
Which
they
is
say
an
you're going to go
actual
with
fish
him,
fact.
which is fact. It is a fact. They tell him that you're going to go to the deep with him, and his line is, "They're going to take me away from everything I love." So he has been to shore. He met his friend. He and they catch him. They basically say, "Hey, where have you been? Why, what's going on? You're not allowed." I mean, and yes, the opening credits. Well, the first part of the film where he's like herding the fish, like he has an actual like herder's staff. That's my favorite.
Oh yeah,
scene,
the sheepfish.
but the actual phrasing and what they say,
Yeah.
I think because that is the turning point. That's him admitting and learning to grow and be himself. And yeah, good part. So, what about you, Randall? What's your?
I love the spunk of this little girl in the film, but man, those fish were funny. It's so funny how Pixar can just take the smallest thing, like a fish or a lamp or whatever, or like a fork, a spork, and turn it into just a comedic gem.
What? No.
What? No. Economics.
It wasn't the chubby kid getting covered in olive oil and
In
then having
olive
having all the little sardines attack him and like clamp onto him in different parts of his body. And I was like, nipple ring, what?
Some people like that stuff. There was a lot of stuff happening here.
So that fish herd's going to get their own short eventually, right?
Oh my
There's
gosh.
going to be a just little journey of him just meh all throughout the sea
Because they actually do baa like sheep. It's like, what?
that threw me for a big loop.
It was like, what
I
the
love
heck?
that. I heard a great quote. It's from a Woody Allen film. I know. But Alan Alda,
Oh, love him.
such a great actor, right? That guy. He plays a movie director in some film, Crime and Misdemeanors, maybe? And he's giving advice to somebody about funny movies or how to write a funny movie. And he says, if it bends, it's comedy. But if it breaks, it's tragedy.
Ooh.
And this film kind of broke my heart a little bit.
It was a little hard.
It was a little hard. There was too many themes that were just like happening here that they were suggesting. It wasn't my favorite Pixar movie. Not gonna lie.
Correct.
That's fair.
Dan,
I would agree. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of confusion, and I suppose, yes, I give them props for having young kids, preteens trying to figure themselves out, and that's what they do. And they go through these trials and figure out, hey, I can do this, I can do that, I can learn, I can be smart, because he didn't go to school. They're from the underwater sea. They don't have school. They never portrayed them having schools or how to read, but somehow they magically come out of the water, turn to people, and can read. It's like, wow, that's amazing.
I do like that they never explained the magic or science behind them changing in between human form and fish form. You can splash your hand and that will turn.
If they get hit by water, they can get licked by an animal. That won't do it, but it has to be either water, like fresh or salt water. Does it?
right?
Because it started raining and they started churning, and they're like, or they woke up covered in dew and they got turned into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If this is made for adults, it'd have a whole lengthy lore dump scene about that. But I'm kind of glad they didn't.
Favorite character? This guy, the uncle, the creepy bottom feeder.
Voiced by Sacha Baron Cohen.
Ugh.
He's so creepy.
I want an entire movie with that guy.
Just hit his heart, son. Just hit it.
Just hit it really hard.
Oh man, too many good moments in this movie. Commercial?
We got this ad from Cassie Vespa Industries Incorporated Esquire.
Oh,
Okay, that
sounds amazing.
That sounds. Randall sounds sketch, and you know it.
Gassy means almost.
Oh, let's hit play on this. Hiya, folks. Well, thanks for having me in your offices here at Pixar.
Can we help you?
Yeah. I'm Cassiopeia Vesponi. I'm 1/4 18th a fraction of an Italian, and I got some fine Vespas to sell you.
Do you have an appointment?
I said with the person out there. Sir, he didn't say it. All right. So here's my pitch. I'm not leaving until I do my pitch.
Okay.
Partly because I also wedged the door shut, so it's fine. Cassie Vespa. Finally, a Vespa with a light, tasty diesel engine. Square tires to really feel that road. Optional steering column. Let the Vespa take you where it wants to go. Wants to go in the ocean? Who cares? If you want to go to Jersey? Good. I got Uncle Leo there.
Sir, did you make this yourself?
Don't worry. I got a guy. I got a guy who made this.
I think we already have a sponsor for this film.
Yeah. Wait till you hear about this Vespa's great. You like lead paint? The lead paint really shines in the Italian sun. So, you gonna buy this or what?
We'll get back to you.
Nah,
What was with Vespas all in this film? I swear there was a 5-minute Vespa commercial in this movie?
There was multiple Vespa commercials in this
It was
film.
like all over the place.
It
We
was
get it.
product placement 101.
Yeah. Okay. What do we drink?
We drink Vespa juice.
We because we didn't we
Seawater.
We were gonna watch the film and we're just chilling and it was warm and we're just like, hey, we just need something chill. So we had a couple beers that we really liked. The first one was one that Mr. Blake really enjoyed.
Who was not falling asleep, despite what Dan said.
I kept throwing stuff at him. It was like popcorn. I'm like, wake up!
I was awake. I was just tired. I was
It was a
resting my
long
eyes.
day, and it was like, oh, it's hot.
I was resting my eyes.
So it was a Bavarian lager from Good Life Brewing out of Bend, Oregon. It's a
love
5%, 22 IBU. It's actually just a German-style Helles that they call Bavarian lager, which is, that's what a lager is.
Yeah.
Helles are lager
Those
beers.
Bavarians, they know their lagers.
Yeah, and they used like a standard American bittering hops, as well as some Czech Saaz, German-made Czech Saaz hops.
Got to pause you there. What is that? What does that mean?
So it's
Say
made
again,
in Germany.
say again 5 times fast.
Czech Saaz is the name of the hop,
Okay.
and the hop itself gives a very light and pleasant aromatic of grassiness, as well as so it's a traditional Pilsner hop.
I like that.
And Helles beers and Pilsners are real similar. One's just a little bit stronger than the other usually, and maybe a little bit more malt difference.
I'm guessing the
bit
Helles
thicker.
lager is a little stronger.
Yes,
Yeah.
but it's still very light and drinkable.
Oh yeah, I crushed it real easy. I thought it went really well with the movie.
And the popcorn.
Yeah,
Ooh,
and,
we
the,
had
and the
good
popcorn
popcorn.
pulled on my hair and the sofa and
That popcorn had olive oil on it.
ooh,
It was fancy.
Fancy.
that's why all those fish were nipping at it.
Ah, yes.
Dan let his fish in the room.
Yes.
Dan, what did I drink?
I think you and I both drank the Voodoo Ranger 1985 IPA, which is
Yes.
the same beer we had with the previous
Yes,
episode.
the Italian voodoo.
Because
stuck
we're
in a
in
loop?
we're stuck in a loop. No way. I had a big variety pack that I'd gotten at Costco, and we really really liked it. So we had it again. 'cause
It
we
was
had
great.
extras. So it went really well. It was very tropical. I think that the flavor profile matched the attitude and the colors, and just it kind of mixed really well. It's just a really nice, pleasant, hazy IPA with a lot of I say a lot of tropical, not verging on over tropical, but it just I could crush it because it's only
You could say tropical adjacent.
tropical adjacent. Yes, out of those, I think we did really really good. So we're gonna now. We're kind of speeding through this. I think the cat was my favorite
Sorry,
character out of
I-
the film.
the
The
cat
Randall
cat
has a
stole the
TV right
show.
here, and I didn't know the cat glaring
cat
at him
is-
over the table was on the screen,
The
and
cat
it
knew
just
what
caught
was
me off
up.
guard.
The cat knew
The
the
cat
whole
was named
time,
after
dude.
Mussolini, or
I know.
no, Machiavelli.
Yes, the cat.
Two very
They
different-
need to
same
do
people?
a spinoff.
different, way
They need to
different.
do a spinoff with the cat. That's all I'm going to say because the
Spin-off
cat
with
is
Same
awesome.
kind of mustache as
It's gonna be the cat and the fish.
Machiavelli.
Yes,
Oh yeah.
it's going to be about the fish.
Okay, so we're mixing it up for this episode. We're playing a new game called Dan's Spoiler Corner. Dan's Spoiler Corner, where we each spoil the movie for you, but only one of us is telling the truth. Can you guess who it is? It's always Dan.
Okay, I don't want to say on the mic if you don't want to put around it. Is it going to be for this?
We
is
don't-
it you're going to give the actual?
Please leave that in.
My thought was that we'll all say a few things about it, and then one of them will be false,
Nice.
but some of them will be true, and you will just have to then guess at the end or not say.
Well, we won't say it. You have to respond.
You
You, have
just
to
have to
listen.
figure it out.
And if you win on our social with the right answer, we'll
Get you a Vespa.
get you a Vespa.
Get
Dan
you a
will buy
ride
you
on
a Vespa.
No,
no,
we'll get
better
you
yet-
a ride on a Vespa.
better yet, we'll
I know
build you a
something.
Vespa.
We'll build. Yeah, there we go. Because they built a Vespa. They built the great
We'll build
Vespas.
a dog shit Vespa.
and push you
can't
down a
wait.
giant
can't
freaking.
wait.
We'll take you
We'll
over.
fly you to Italy, push you down a man-made Vespa, homemade Vespa, and then watch you drown with sea monsters each
Oh
year.
my god.
Yes.
That's the sponsor.
Okay,
for the show.
so what's all right? So Randall started off. What's your fact?
Oh, okay. Well,
What's your spoil?
this film was a very touching film about these two boys who discovered a lot about themselves, but at the end of the film, they discovered that they didn't really like each other. Blake, you're on.
This film was great. I loved all the characters, especially Julia. But if I could rewrite it, I would have written it to where she doesn't die.
Ugh, heartbreaking.
It's awful.
So
I hated it.
Dan?
Okay, so amazingly enough, they eat a lot of pasta in this whole movie, and not once did they put red sauce on it.
Oh, that sounds... Which one of us is lying? I mean, I know we're playing the game, so we know, but I'm not sure if...
Figure it out. All right,
one
so
of us is lying?
we're gonna cut it there because you're gonna have to watch and find out which of us was telling the truth and which one wasn't.
Leave a comment, and you'll win a trip.
Find us on the social medias. We're on the Facebooks and the Instagrams, and we have our website you can comment on, movieandabeer.com. So, as always, the opinions expressed during the taping of the show are those of the hosts, and we did hydrate a bunch during this as well because it was
hydrate
hot.
or hydrate.
Yes, hydrate.
San Pellegrino.
Bless you.
Yes. Santa Mozzarella.
Those were my favorite lines in the movie when she was
Santa
saying,
Gorgonzola.
She was saying very Italian things, but just talking about cheese.
Yeah,
the whole time.
That
just
was
Santa, then whatever cheese.
Santa Pecorino.
Oh my gosh, so many Saint cheese. Okay.
Yes. All right. So thanks for listening, everyone. This is Dan signing out.
Blake's also signing out.
And Randall saying, until next time, hydrate
or dihydrate. Now ride that Vespa into the sun.
E in cortile organizzato con Geppine, l'Angiolino e col piccolo Pietrino, un serraglio che è un bijou, rimediata la tintura necessaria per giocare, cominciamo a pitturare bel vero se blu e giù a pitturare e a tinteggiare. Guarda che bel serraglio riuscimmo a fare.